Welcome to Shop Talks with Bags, and
I'm Myron or the Myron sometimes.
the
I don't know. It
Myron.
just shows up in people's phone as that. Oh,
So,
we don't have to talk loud because the mics are
because of
on.
mics, it's
Oh
very
yeah,
it's very hard to grasp that. But yes, when we watch
yeah,
the video back, we may be shouting in the beginning,
yeah. I feel
but
like I was like
yeah,
trying to talk to the
to
camera.
the phone.
Yeah,
But we're way over here, so we can relax and
but
talk.
it's cool.
So this is what I want to do with Shop Talks: is sit here and just jot our minds, our memories, and just create through this video chat here, me and Myron are going to put together. This is something new. I'm trying to work out kinks with it, but I don't like to record working on cars and talking. So I want this segment here, this section of Shop Talks, to be able for you to listen and learn from us and understand us better than
It is kind of hard to work on a car and talk at the
at the
same
same
time.
time,
It's
because
hard.
you get people that come to your videos and they want to see you do what that title says, and you're sitting here talking about when you went to the grocery store and then you had to go back to AutoZone to get. They like, get to the point, show me how to.
Right, that is bad.
Yeah,
You know the
so
worst part about a video is when they say, "Yeah, don't forget to disconnect the battery." They're changing the brakes. So like, yeah, first off, disconnect the battery.
so
I'm
let's
not
go over
disconnecting the
here.
battery.
Yeah, let's waste time to do stuff
Yeah,
because I'm trying hard to create.
I want content. I want to have. Yeah, I do 20-minute videos about disconnecting the battery.
Right. My lug nuts fell off. So here's a whole video about me going to
Yeah.
AutoZone, get some lug nuts, and then talking to y'all about nothing.
So,
So no. Shop Talks is going to be us pretty much on camera. Just
not always in the shop too, because we do a
not
lot of
always.
road trips.
Yeah.
We spend a lot of hours in cars, towing car or trailering cars to. Because when you say tow, that's broke
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Tow is
No,
broke
no,
down.
no.
Trailering,
Yeah.
we get
Yeah.
into it. We got to
Yeah.
go somewhere.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of that. And there's
So
things that
with
you
that
guys got
being
to see.
with that being said, this scene is going to change. We're going to be bouncing around. We're going to be able to just create and grab some content in different scenes in different areas.
Right.
And but yeah, so I want y'all to say what up though to my homeboy Myron. This is the Myron.
Toolin' and Foolin' podcast on
There you go.
YouTube. Go out there, check that out. Subscribe, like, follow, all the things that you're supposed to do because we've been doing it for 20 years by now. So do them.
Mm-hmm. And then I would like to say too, a lot of this stuff wouldn't be possible that I'm doing without this guy. And I remember last year when I used to go crazy because I didn't know the next step, right? But Myron, he took his time and his patience to deal with a person like me through it all. The first car that we built together, and I sleep much better this year building this car rather than last year when I used to call him at 8:00 in the morning. I'm like, I don't care what you're doing. Get to the shop. We're working on this car today. I don't know what I'm doing next, but I'm relying on you.
Man. Yeah, James definitely he came a long way. You like my child, my little protege.
Easy.
Enough on him.
Yeah, I learned a lot though, I must say. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, if you ain't working on cars, I ain't really trying to even be for real like that.
So this whole channel is about people. What if they just want to know?
That's fine. You got people that want to look and learn on their own, or they're not going to try for themselves, but they still want to hear the process and see how it goes too. I mean, not everybody is willing to get their hands dirty. They'd rather just pay for it.
All right.
So yeah, this is my homeboy right here. We good.
So yeah, so I started off building cars. Just I started off doing brakes because I didn't want to. I'm talking loud again because I'm like, I gotta reach that mic. But so I started off doing brakes and stuff on my car actually because I didn't want to take it to the shop because I wanted to buy Jordans in high school instead. I wanted to buy shoes with that money. So I mean, it came in handy because I did save money. I was able to get all the shoes and apparel that I needed. We used to call it gear back then. Now they call it drip. But we used to call it gear. Like, oh, you got to be geared up in high school. Was that what you call? Did your school call it that?
Man, I used to be so fly back in the day. I don't necessarily think it was just like gear because when you got that on, I mean, you just you got it on. You know what I'm saying? It's a kit.
It's a kit.
You know what I'm saying? You got to have the shoes, the pants, the shirt, jacket when it get cold, with the hat. You know what I'm saying?
So that's how I got started building cars, and then it just grew. You know, I just kept on. I like buying tools. That's one thing that most people don't realize. You have to be like a part of getting here is owning tools. Like
Yeah.
there's no borrowing from your friend. Your grandfather's toolbox not gonna work. You got to go out and get your own stuff. You got to stay in it. You got to research sometimes, find out what tools are available, and this is how you get to the point of like doing basically whatever you want to a car.
Yeah, you got to get that toolbox set.
Yeah.
You gotta,
And it ain't that bad. It ain't that
It's
hard.
not. It's, I mean,
It's not.
especially if you do it piece by piece, it's not
Yeah.
bad. Now, you don't necessarily want to start off with a full toolbox that you need to go buy.
You don't need $100,000 worth of tool off the rip.
Snap-on truck.
No, you don't need to do all that. Go on eBay, get you a Craftsman
What works?
300, 400 piece set. You'll be all right for a while. You're going to get yourself in some trouble.
The neighborhood Harbor Freight.
I mean, yeah, you can go to Harbor
You gotta
Freight.
start somewhere.
Yeah, Harbor, but they don't sell real good sets,
No,
do they?
but it looks so nice. They got the colors and stuff.
Colors.
Colors on the tags and everything. Just
What did the colors do
professional.
for you?
Huh?
What did the colors do for you?
It's a wow factor, you know.
Wow, you like,
Yeah.
I'm getting tools.
Yeah,
I'm a real boy.
I want it all. I don't know none of this stuff and what I'm gonna use, but I want it all.
Oh my God. So yeah, so that's where you start off at. I mean, I just bought a welder this year. I was like, all right, at some point I knew I was gonna have to step into welding. And I mean, here I am, like I already got to upgrade my welder. I've already outgrown it. That sucks, but you know, that's why I try to buy big tools first. Go big or just stay home.
Yeah, but you know, you gotta
start somewhere.
You gotta learn with the stuff. So that's how you know you're getting better.
So this is your second G body.
Yeah, so this is the second one.
Is this the furthest you went? Yeah, because the other one.
I want to say yeah, because I haven't
Technically,
purchased a full kit before. I never took the frame off the car before.
Right. Yeah. So you got whole QA1 setup here. This is some stuff that I've never even seen.
Yeah,
I'm
so
actually gonna start looking for these parts.
This is new here. This kit is new.
Oh, it is a new.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. That's why y'all was asking about what is this bar for.
Yeah, we had no. Yeah, I had never seen that before. I've never seen the coil or the control arms with the actually detach two different ways actually. So this, yeah, I don't even know how we use it.
You don't even know what he's looking at.
Yeah, I don't know how to use it.
This is QA1 Big Wheel Stage 2 kit.
Oh, you know what this is? There's probably an extension. Like if you wanted to go with some bigger wheels, would get. Yep, there's probably an extension that goes in here.
Wow.
There's probably something that goes in there. Like this is a standard stock height right here, but if you want to go bigger on your wheels,
to stretch.
Yep, that's probably exactly what that is right there.
So with building cars, you can go out and buy the most expensive and available parts on the market. And I lucked up to get this kit. So if I don't know a lot of things and I got to learn about it, it's just going to take me to do that time and look all these different features at this kit.
I mean, when you're spending your money, timing is a lot of it. Because a lot of times, like we'll start cars, like you bought this car back in the spring, but you knew to wait towards the winter. You know, like when things don't sell, you know what I'm saying? You got the end of the year stuff. People aren't building cars. This is a good time to start buying parts. You know, just stock up on things. And then you really don't have to get started. Like you could get a car done between, I'd say, between March and July, you could get a car done. If you've already bought all your parts.
Yeah, those are the finishing months there. The winter, the fall, those are your beginning stages. If you don't quite start in the fall, you know you will be when that snow hit the ground.
Right. Yeah.
It ain't nothing else to do. So
nothing else going on.
But yeah, so I looked up to get this kit. So I don't necessarily know all the detailed specs on this kit and what it's for, but I just had a friend call me one day and say, "Hey man, I got this kit sitting around. If you want it, you can pretty much have it. Just give me what I paid for it back, and we'll talk details." And I was in between finishing that green car. I still haven't had that car on the road yet. So when he brought me this kit, I said, I don't have a car in mind yet, because I from the beginning, I just wanted to put the motor in this car and just
go.
So
that was supposed to be, this is a budget build.
Yeah, that was
this is what the budget build looks like.
Yeah, so this is what a budget build looks like. Yeah,
true budget.
It happened. But after looking at the car, doing the interior, doing this, I said, I'm just gonna go further with it, because if I don't, I'm gonna be wasting my money that I'm putting into the car anyway because all this stuff looks good and all, but I want to take these cars up a value notch.
Yeah. No, I
So
mean these cars, I mean, they're cool. They turn heads because they're not making this anymore. They're not making El Camino. So I always feel like, you can go out and you can purchase a 2023, 2022. You can get all that. It's gonna turn heads this summer.
mhm,
But next summer,
it's
nobody
old.
cares.
Yep.
Nobody cares no more.
Yep.
These, you put your money into it, they hold value. As long as there's a desire for it, you
Yeah.
always got money in your pocket. It's always money in the bank.
Yeah.
Especially if it's reliable.
Yeah.
And you know it's reliable.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I suggest always building up as much as possible. Like, starting at this level and then you can't go wrong.
No. I'm so happy with this stage right here.
Yeah, this looks great.
Putting the brake lines on this time around, been on top of the frame rather than been up under the car trying to learn how this stuff goes.
Exactly.
I knocked that out literally in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And took my time.
And it's perfect.
And made sure details was right rather than being up under the car.
Trying to fight and get in it. Working upside down sucks.
When the light cuts off though.
When the batteries are dead. Yeah. The batteries are dead on the lithium-ion flashlights.
And you're clicking it and it turn on for 2 more seconds and turn off. It's like, all right, man, I gotta roll off from under the car again. Yeah. It's hard. Once you get down there, you better have everything you need.
So you upgraded to a Wheelwood kit. That looks like about a 13-inch rotor. It's probably no, I don't know. That doesn't say 13. But what is this? Like a 12 something?
12.5.
Yeah, one of those numbers.
Yeah.
And 4-piston brake calipers. Yeah.
Yeah, we learned a lot. We made mistakes. Yeah. This build as well. Just things happen. This is actually the second set for the fronts here. I learned the hard way, but it happens. I already sent that stuff back out. So so I had to go with the Wheelwood. I'm sorry, I call it Wildwood all the time. Wheelwood.
Nobody actually knows how to say it. I think it's a city where they're from. I think
that's what it is.
I think that's what it is. But don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. I could be completely fabricating.
We didn't look up the details.
I could have dreamed that.
Yeah. He's thinking of Hollywood, y'all.
Willwood. But I think it is though.
Yeah. So
or somebody's last name. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or it's nothing.
That 4 9-inch though. Let's talk about that 4.9.
The 4.9-inch. So that's the first time you put a 9-inch rear end on there. There's a bunch of different ends, flanges for those. Like you got the most common is the big Ford. The newer, they have the new style Ford. Then you can get confused and it's just another learning curve. Mm-hmm. You got to learn to measure those bolt holes back there.
Yeah. So
that stuff matters.
That offset matters.
Do you know what carrier you have in there?
I wrote it all. Well,
did you write it down?
I saved it all. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. I wonder because I was gonna ask.
I had them send me details on it. Okay. I got the full spec on it.
Because I actually ordered a carrier. I have a strange 9-inch. That sounds so weird. Pause. I have a strange 9-inch. But anyways, so I ordered the carrier and I was excited to be buying. Sometimes you get excited just to be spending money. I can spend some money,
As easy as that.
And I bought the wrong part and I had to send it back. I ignored. I looked at the size that I needed. I looked at the gear ratio that I wanted. I looked at the splines that I needed for the axle shaft, right? And I ignored one word.
What?
Spool.
It matters.
Spool.
It matters.
So when I finally recognized that word, I was like, that means drag racing. So that means a spool, it just locks up. The wheels just constantly, they're always going to turn at the same time. So that's cool if you're on a track and you just want to go forward really fast. That's great. But if you're going to go around corners and you're going to be freewaying and turning and, left turn, right turn, you need one wheel to slow down.
Yeah.
Like this wheel.
Catch.
Or it'll just bounce around corners. So I had to send it back because I was like, I don't want this car that I'm building. We'll go over there one day and we'll see that car that's getting built.
We're going to go on a field trip.
Because we're all building cars.
Yeah, so that's the reason why Myron also is one of my home dogs too, because
I constantly build. I don't just finish.
He ain't gonna sell nothing, but he got something in the works always for him.
For me, it's for me.
Hey, so let me give you this breakdown on that 4.9.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
It's a 3.50 gear.
Okay.
Okay.
350.
35 spine.
Oh, okay. Big.
What
Okay, that's
does
what
that
my.
tell you?
Those are big axles. So you got 35. I think there's a. I think that's the biggest, but I could be wrong. It could go bigger because racing is a big thing. But
Okay.
then it goes 31, 28.
Okay. Mark Williams center section.
Mark Williams, never heard of him.
Okay.
Shout out to you, Mark.
Billet front bearing support.
Yep, that's that piece right there. Right,
The shiny.
Yep, that shiny piece.
Quick
Yep.
main housing.
Quick performance. So
The whole thing.
Yeah, that's a quick
The housing.
Yeah.
And then
Quick
ARB mounting tabs on top of axle.
Oh, okay. So those are the tabs that are on the top. It's just probably their design.
For some extra strength or something.
Does it say spool limited slip?
He didn't say none of that.
Oh.
He didn't say none of that. I mean, I can ask him for much further
We can
details.
find out. We could actually spin that in the front and see if we can get it to spin like at a different. Yeah, we might be able to figure it out.
Okay. And then it's just a coilover mounts in the rear. That's it.
That's what he sent you. Yeah, you gotta call that guy.
Oh, okay.
Ask him like
that was Lance out there. What's the name of his company?
What was? Oh, I forgot about that guy, Lance. Yeah, Lance. He would definitely know if it's
everybody knows Lance.
Oh, really?
It's crazy how many people know Lance. Lance is involved.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably racing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
But yeah, we need to find out what's inside of there, just in case. I mean, you'll find out one way or another. It's either gonna go around corners smooth, or it's gonna.
Yeah. And I want to say I feel that in the Malibu when I turn, I can kind of feel that back wheel kind. Like you can feel like something.
That was another good deal you found too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
what is up with that? Why do I feel that?
It might be a spool in there, like for drag racing. Because a lot of people build cars for racing. A lot of guys they get into cars because they want to race. They want to go fast.
That's the hype.
I think me and you are I think you're one of the only other people that I know. Like I know a couple other guys. They build cars because they're fun. They want to drive ability. They want to be able to go on trips. They want to be able to hit the freeway. They want to go to dinner. They want to go out in the car.
Yeah.
They don't want to just trailer it
to the car
to a race.
To race.
Yeah.
That's it.
So and that's why you gotta be careful buying stuff.
Yeah, because you may not know what they built something for.
Exactly. Because they're all assuming, all race car drivers assume that we're building cars to race too.
That's it.
They all think that
I'm not
we're racing.
Spending my money no other way unless I'm about to race.
Yeah.
Or building this.
That's what they think.
Just
so then when you finally tell them, you've seen it. Oh, don't tell me you don't race. Don't tell me you don't race. I don't want to race. I just want a drivable car.
Why LS? Why you get me into that crave? Was it because you didn't like how slow my car was, or the smell they used to give off?
The smell. I hated you patting the gas.
Yeah.
3 pats, and then you could start.
Just reach in the inside of the car.
Or you can just hit a button. You can just
remote start.
Remote start.
Why LS?
Reliability again. It all goes back to being able to go, and there's so many parts available that at this point it's cheaper to go LS.
Yeah.
There's so many companies that'll give you in the long run. I mean, in the long run, you're gonna spend less money. I built my LS motor in 2017. I haven't done anything to that car. I drive it. I change the oil when I feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
That's really it. I haven't had any major issue. Actually, I did have a major issue, but that was my fault. Learning curve.
Yeah, always.
So harmonic balancer wiped out the crank.
Because you definitely isn't. You're not going to get someone that's going to come out there and tune that carburetor. It's not going to happen nowadays.
That's another thing. Yeah, you'll find your uncle, your daddy.
He's busy though.
You'll find people that want to. That they'll do some stuff to it, but you could wash your motor easily. You know what I'm saying? You could easily be sending too much gas to the motor, and now you got to rebuild this whole motor. So there's that.
And I remember when we was building the Malibu, Myron used to go down this list and he just shout these words out, shout these parts out, and I used to be like, I don't know what you talking about, but one day I'm gonna be able to get it. And I used to ask him, would you say that one more time? Say that one more time for me. He used to say 4L80. I could not say that word.
4L80.
I couldn't remember nothing about that and what he was even talking about, but then I learned that was a transmission.
So
what's up with the 60 versus the 80?
I mean, the 60 is a good trans. I mean, theoretically, but I
Mm.
mean, once you start putting some power to it, you want to upgrade. I say everybody wants to have about 500 horses. Nobody wants to really. In the motors, the LS motors, the 5.3s, they're pretty much there. So once you change a cam and then you start tuning it, you're already over the power limit that the 4060 can handle. So I always just say it's just easier just to go with the 80. They fit better because the housing is actually small. The bell housing is actually smaller, so it's
Mm.
easier to get into a car.
Mm.
But people get them because they're available. You
Mm.
know, I think torque converters are less expensive for a 4060 than it is for a 4080.
Okay,
Um,
that's good to know.
yeah,
Okay,
but
so
I
it could
like,
be ways.
yeah, like I said, I like a car that's reliable
Yeah.
because I like to drive. I actually had to put one of my cars to rest this week. Uh,
Yeah. Shout out to
the SRX,
yeah,
it did me good for what, about
It's out of
14 years?
Man,
13
how many
years.
miles?
355,000 miles. Never
Yeah.
changed the starter.
Yeah.
Never put a starter. The only thing I ever had to change in that car was the alternator. I changed the alternator.
So you crashed the car?
No, the motor blew.
The motor
Oh, I
gave.
didn't tell you about that, did I?
No,
Yeah, the motor blew on Monday.
you didn't oil
The,
change this properly. Put a spark plug.
no, it was no oil change. All it was good. It was running
What did you,
until it just stopped. It legit. I was
with
on
no
the freeway
warning?
doing. Man, I was doing 80 on the freeway. I got out. I was like, man, I feel like I ain't got no power. Like the power just stopped. When I got off the freeway, I was like, still driving funny. I pulled over. It cut off.
Mm.
I crunk it back up. That's when the noise came. I was like, oh, this thing. So whatever it was loose. It loosened up. And then once it stopped, it came out.
You smell anything?
Nah.
It didn't smell like anything. It didn't feel like nothing.
No
It
oil
wasn't
came
making
out.
no high revving noise.
Nah.
It
No
was
check
smooth
engine.
sailing. So you're on the freeway.
I was doing 80, and then I went to hit the gas, and I was like, why does it feel weird? It's like, feel a little weird, but whatever. I'm thinking it's my imagination. I done felt a lot of things in them cars.
Yeah.
I'm like, you tripping. You tripping today.
And crashed it 5 times in the front.
Man.
That could not
And
be
I
the
just
problem.
put the new front end on it. Thing looking brand new,
Yeah.
and it's out of here.
got
And
it.
I registered it that morning, so I'm out of that money too.
Wow. See?
I'm like, you can't win sometimes.
Nah, so that's why you got 6 cars.
Yeah, you got to keep winning. You got to stay on top.
Uh-huh. Hey. So standalone harness or Holly fuel tag? What is it
You said
about?
5 tap?
What is it
I-
about all that stuff?
I think people like getting the Holly stuff. It goes back to racing. So with the Holly Terminators, you're able to set up like different tunes for different things you're doing with the car. Like you might have a drag, like you might have a tune that's way more aggressive than another tune. Like if you see a guy on the side of you that you're about to race, you might feel like, okay, I need to, like I'm scared, so let me go ahead and punch some different numbers in there or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
With what did you say the stand that's the standalone. The factory setup, you need to get to a computer to do that. With the Holly setup, you can do it right there. They give you a monitor.
Mm.
Oh, did you buy one?
No. I thought you was getting to the wireless connection of it.
Oh, yeah. So that's the benefit of it to me. That's the only thing I really see. Because the people, they'll say, oh, you just get it and you can just start it right up. That's not, you know. Now, there's still bugs that have to be worked out. It still needs to be tuned and adjusted, but everybody really thinks that they can just get in there and go.
So it would show fuel,
air to fuel
oil,
ratio,
your whole 9, what it's reading, what the motor's reading.
Temperature, all that stuff.
So
your map sensors, how they're reading, your map sensors, because all that stuff is important on the LS motor. Yeah. That computer want to see all that. Yeah. Your O2 sensors, you can do wideband tuning and stuff through there. So.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm trying to learn.
I know it's a lot. You're gonna keep learning.
I learned a lot with just that year of us building that car, and I'm in a better space right now because I don't want to go buy some 305 engine and throw some rims on it.
Man,
get a paint job and then that'd be it.
Paint rims.
Don't lift the hood for nothing. Nobody can see up under there.
We'll find some interior somewhere.
That's it.
We need a radio.
So now every time I see a nice car, I see the potential in anything else versus that motor because I know that's coming out of there.
Right.
Like I want to be able to take the car to the next level.
I love buying a car that's not running.
Yeah,
Like
I'm all day. All
I
day.
don't want a car.
I'd rather it be in that stage.
Yeah.
It'd be quicker for me to get to it.
That,
I love buying your
it's already
project.
broke down. Like, oh, it has nothing, just a shell. Yeah, give me that
Yeah, I
one.
like your project.
I'll start all the way over and finish.
Yep. So yeah, it's been great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm never going back. It's going to be this way
Fair enough. Yeah.
from now on. And that's what's going to affect me if I'm going to buy it or not.
Because you're gonna feel the difference. You're gonna feel like the old body bushings, and you're gonna feel that's the old suspension versus stiff QA1 or coilover. You're gonna feel all that difference if you ever went back to just riding it stock.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna know. You're gonna be like, oh, this is a big difference here.
Yeah.
But like I said, everybody got to start somewhere. The good thing about this, when you start this, you can always make money. Everything that you learn, you can make money off of it because somebody else is gonna need you to do it or want you to do it for them. So,
and the way I started out, get you somebody that's easy to coach, because this could be hard, especially if you didn't have it in you to help me out during my times.
Oh yeah,
we probably would have never built that car.
Nah,
because if you ain't have the patience, number one. If you did have the patience, you got the wheelhouse to get it done. But if you didn't have the patience to help me out,
but you know what?
Wouldn't have happened.
That's what I think. A lot of people run into people that say they've done stuff, or you have people that are just
they
lazy.
will let you down.
Everybody doesn't have the same work ethic. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Like some people, they want to use you instead of like wanting to do the work.
Yeah.
So
they're sitting you on the car.
Yeah.
And watch you.
I'm gonna do it. No, you ain't doing nothing. Like I'm going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I don't know how it happened. I met this guy at a car show.
He didn't give a damn about me.
And here I am in the Glizzy line. Because they had Glizzy.
He was getting hot dogs.
I was in the Glizzy line. Waiting on Glizzies and hot dogs.
Flame broiled Glizzies.
And chili cheese fries. That's all they had at this car show. I said, whatever, I got to drink something. So I went over there to get some Sprite or something, the old can fashion. And so I'm viewing the show. I go to turn around, and here's this curly head boy standing behind me. and she's way shorter than me. So I'm like, hey, what's up, my man?
Way shorter, huh? James about 3 inches
tall.
Give
him a high five, man. What you driving today?
You thought I was a kid?
He said, what's up, man? I know you from son to son. I said, all right, I get that all the time, so it's nothing new. I don't know if I tinted his car before and he ain't like it, whatever. He's going to let me know now. Or, they hit you with one of those. I used to come to your little house to get my windows tinted in the backyard. Yeah, look at me now. But however, he said, yeah, man, I know of you. I ain't never met you, though. I said, all right, that's cool. Yeah. He's like, yeah, man.
No, that ain't what happened. James walked off with his Glizzy. He skipped off. Actually, he was skipping.
I had to hurry up and get away from this shit.
He was like, I'm going to enjoy this.
But he hit me with, man, I got a car here, too. Go check it out.
And he had no clue. He thought it was just...
Well, you never expect, look here. People tell you come over there and check out their car, and you get over there, and then you just realize how I'm going to walk away. But you got to be nice because you got to respect everyone's build and position. Everyone ain't in the same position as you. So I didn't know what to expect. But when I saw this guy had a nice car, that boy was running. I was like, oh, yeah. Hey, we gonna be friends.
Well, then we realized I didn't know the shop was right around the corner from my house.
Yeah, he pulled up on a
bicycle.
I looked up and said, "This nigga, where you get a bike from? And what are you doing? Where you live at?"
I live like a couple blocks away.
How far do you live away that you roll up here easily on a bike and you ain't sweating at all? I don't know if he came from Detroit on his bike or whatever. I'm like
I thought he had a car. A bike.
Those are fun times in the beginning. But yeah, it's been my dog ever since. So now I'm into building cars a certain way because if I need some help, I'm gonna call him up real quick and be like, "Hey, what you think?"
We're gonna figure it out.
We're gonna go from there. That's it. That's pretty much how it goes. What
else you want to cover? So this is almost ready. This is about ready to go back together. You ain't got nothing else underneath to do.
No.
Like once that rear end is on and those brakes.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. I'm just like all of this happens so quickly. I'm just breezing now by. Yeah. Like I just need to get on the rear end and attach the rear end, and then next step is putting this back up under the car.
Yeah.
Like put the motor on and stuff like that, but that stuff would just be.
Oh, you want to set the motor on here?
Yeah, I really do.
Oh,
I
so
want to have the trans motor the whole nine. Lift this car up about another 4 feet. I don't know, probably a little higher. Well, it can clear that wheel well if the motor goes right up under. What you think?
I think that's real dangerous.
No, it's not. It's actually.
It's 30.
You'll see what I do. You're
Oh,
gonna help. We're gonna raise this
Yeah,
car.
you're gonna need some help.
Oh, this time around I want to, because like I said, when I took this frame off that car, that was not an easy task. It was very scary, but I said, you know what? I'm going to get it done. Whatever happens is bound to happen. I'm either gonna pass or I'm gonna fail.
That's it.
And you know what I said? You just gotta take your time and do the wiggle test on a lot of stuff before you move on.
Right.
And
Like,
you're gonna be all right.
You sturdy? You okay?
It's the sturdy test. That's it. So yeah, I said, look, I'm getting it done today. I'm snatching this frame off. I don't care what it takes. I'm right there. All I gotta do is take the body bushings off and the steering column link, and boom, we should be out of here. So that's what I did.
You sure you want to have the motor and trans in?
I do. I think it'll be so cool to have the motor and the trans on this
already set up,
and take a picture, and that boy look like it's running.
That is kind of cool, because you ain't really had to break a sweat to put it together at that point.
Nothing.
Because you ain't got to go under the car
at all.
You ain't got to. Once it's on the body, we're done.
Everything we do when this is on that car would just be like plugging hoses up while we're up under the hood at ease. We're not dropping the motor
hooking
in
your
the
radiator, because your lines already be ran up here. Yeah, it can be done.
The whole nine.
Drive shaft could already be, and then just get it up in there. Yeah, it's a good plan. I like it.
Yeah, so it's
for no reason.
It's a little scary how I do things, but it worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
That's another thing. Like, people think that there's not one way to skin a cat.
It's not one way. No,
there's more than one way.
If you can get it done, get it done. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what it took. So you see no hoist in here, but I got this frame off the car.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, what about these brakes that you're doing on this, the latest build of your car?
Okay. So the latest build that I'm doing is a 69 Camaro. I'm doing RS setup on there. The RS is a trim package. People don't know that. They're like, what is RS? I'm like, so it's just a different trim package. That's where you get the hideaway lights. You get you can get it with all the sports stuff, but I don't know if it actually came with the SS hood or not. I haven't looked that far into it. But yeah, but I'm doing this build.
SSRS?
Yep, SSRS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm doing this setup, and I wanted, I could go out and buy Wheelwood brakes.
Whatever is available for that
car.
But
I was like, no, I want to do Brembo brakes.
That would be so cool.
And I want to do something that nobody else has. So I found this company. They were online. I found them online. Didn't know that they were right here in Michigan, because it doesn't tell you that.
What's his name?
There's a guy named Scott out in Lapeer who runs a company called Big Brake Upgrade. He makes custom brackets, custom spindles. He makes other things too. If you go to the website, he makes a lot of things right here locally. And cool guy. Okay. Like, I'll buy from him all day just because of his personality.
I go, swap Wheelwood.
Yeah.
I want the same brakes that's on that SRT.
That Jeep Cherokee, what is that one? The Trackhawk?
Right.
You want those? Yeah.
So he'll tell me, you need this size rotor.
Yeah. If you don't have it, he'll look up all the specs that you need to make that caliper work on here, and then get you to
what's available already that he offers when you go to him and say, okay, what is your
So how he started off his company was he has I think it's third generation Camaro, so 90s Camaros. That's either third or fourth generation.
Yeah, my Camaro.
Yeah, yep. Here's that. Yeah. He started off with that, and he was upgrading those brakes because he puts motors into those cars. He was like, these cars weren't stopping, so he first did his own couple setups, and then he sold off the stuff that he wasn't using anymore. When he went to upgrade to like other brakes and setups, he would sell that off on eBay. So some guy on eBay who bought him was like, hey, I'm gonna build you a website. And then I think he said the first year he did like 50,000 different brake setups or something like that. It was something, I can't remember. It might not be that number, but it's a number. It was high. He did really good his first year.
Okay.
And that, he retired early and everything off of
conversions.
Kits.
Yeah. That you asked for, because that ain't got to just be what he do and make. He will work with you and start something new.
Yeah, because the brakes, the calipers that I'm using, he's never done. So I'm the first one to do this, as far as him building the setup to make it right.
There's other companies that does this, right?
I haven't seen anybody do it right.
Right.
I've seen it done incorrectly. I've seen it where you have this 14-inch rotor, but you're only using this much of the
Caliber,
the pad,
the
surface to stop.
Yeah,
that's the rotor.
Yeah, rotor. I'm sorry.
So that's part, like, being able to stop a car is about being able to keep it cool, because if you get this hot enough, heat makes things warp. You know, so that's why you get vibration in your steering wheel and stuff like that. So, the other companies I've seen, the brakes weren't in the right position. Like, you didn't have enough surface area to keep it cool.
So it looked good.
It looked
good, but if you know what you're looking at, you can tell something ain't really working.
Yeah, I was gonna say to somebody who doesn't know, it probably
exactly.
When I seen this, I was like, something not right.
And it probably costs a lot of money too.
Yeah. Oh, the parts.
Yeah.
Parts cost.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Brakes is important.
Yeah. You definitely want to be able to stop, especially when you put in these LS motors in, because they're responsive. You know, like when you hit that gas, they're gonna go.
It feels so good in that car.
They're gonna go.
I love it. That's one thing about LS swap cars. These older cars, I drove these cars with a 305. I had a good running motor, right? I had a good time in them cars.
It ain't
nothing
even close.
like this power that I'm driving with now.
Not even close.
I'm all over the streets.
You can do whatever you want. It ain't super loud, but when you ready to go, it's out of there
real quick. Yeah. So it's been nice chatting here, Shop Talk with Bags, and we got the Myron.
Toolin' and Foolin' podcast. It's a show. It's about cars, like I said. So check that out too. We're gonna see if we get the Myron show or page.
We're in the talks. I'm trying to get this guy because he do a lot of stuff. He's just
too busy
into recording a lot of things and getting out there. But I'm telling you, with a little persistence, it's going to go a long way for this guy. So y'all gonna see more of Myron on YouTube and Shop Talks. And now this Bags on the go. I appreciate y'all for checking in. Like this video. The viewers should reflect the likes. Likes is very important. If you're not subscribed, subscribe now. You lasted this long, so go ahead and hit that button and comment down below. Pretty much just chive in. Hey, that's the show.
Yeah.
Anything you like to say?
I ain't got nothing.
There you go.
All right.